So till now we completed here only requisition, correct? So once we create a requisition, we have to approve here. This is a second step in that flow. Okay. First step is requisition. Second step is approval. Manager has to approve this requisition. So you can go to application here. I am logging in with the operations instead of logging in with my user because it has all the responsibilities. I don't need to search again and again. Request number which we created here is last class we have seen. Same I am using. Is it noted down? If not, then we'll create a new requisition. I think it is not noted down. We can go to requisitions and then requisitions. So here there are no DFFs. I have disabled it. I no need to change anything in the header section. And in the line section, I'm just using all this. Then your quantity to quantity. However, the how much you wanted that you have to enter here. Then tomorrow is the need by date. Then click on save. It will give you a number here. So this is where we stopped in the last class. Now next step here is approve. So click on approve here only. This is a second step in P2P cycle here. Approve. Click on OK. You cannot see any information in this form because it went for approval. Like that approval information we can see here. There is a requisition number. Click on find. You will see a status here. Approved. To see who has approved, you can go to view action history. And here is the place submitted and approved by same person. Sometimes actually, if you enter more amount, let's say I'm entering more amount. For example, here 200 quantity, then 2000 price. If you look at here, it is 4 lakhs amount here. So 4 lakhs amount, he should not take decision on his own actually. Some manager has to approve here. See, like we are sending for approval. Click on approve. Same way, you need to close this form F4 and you have to go to summary here. And requisition number, click on find. It is in process. So earlier, what was the status you have seen? Approved, correct? Now, why it is in process? This is because of here approval limit here. If you just check view action history, it is submitted by stock, but stuck with the brown cache. Okay, so this is the username here. She's an employee. Then we need to log in with this particular user. Then only we can approve it here. Username is here is C Brown. C Brown is the application username. So just go here. Then application name. You need to launch. Username now not operations. Operations is my user. So manager user is now C Brown. See here. This is the first letter here in this. The next is Brown. Okay. Then password is welcome. Welcome. If you don't know the password, I'll tell you the script. There is a script available here. Now he has received a notification. If you look at here, he has received a notification 16437. So this notification, how it is sending here is there is a tool here. The tool is workflow builder. This is a workflow builder. So we'll discuss about all this workflow in the middle of the course. So through workflow only, it is sending from one person to other person in the form of notification. It is. This is a notification here within the application. Okay. Click on this. This is the complete information here. Requisition total, description, and then after that, from whom it is, the complete email we can say, email notification, and it is a HTML body. It's already inbuilt, so you will get to know whenever we discuss about Oracle Workflow Builder. Now, here is the place they need to approve. So how they will approve it is there is a button straight away. Internally in the company, managers regularly they will see, purchasing managers regularly they will see these notifications. If they feel it is workable, then they will approve it. If not, they may reject also here. Rejected requisition. See, let's say I'm rejecting right now, not approving. Now you can see the status. Straight away it will not appear. We have to requery. Requery means again, just see, rejected. Correct. Again, if you want to see, you can go to, there is a action history. Just click on this tools. There is an action history here. View action history, reject. If you want to see how many requisitions are rejected in the entire system, then you may need to develop a query here. So query development is really important. You are a technical consultant. You need to learn how to build a query. So here the query is what it is, rejected requisitions. So to build a rejected requisition query, okay, first we need to know what are you going to display here. You need to display requisition number here. This is the number. Here also you can see requisition number. Then one more, requisition status. Okay, that is a status. Then who has rejected? So rejected here is person name. They are the employee names. Correct. Go to, yeah, here only it is. Action history. This person. Performed by is here person, employee only. So we can say approver name. Overall, three fields we need to derive here. So this deriving is very easy because it's already inbuilt. First number, requisition number. In ETRM, we already seen in the morning, correct? Requisition is stored in which column? Number. So if you don't know, that's fine. This number is there right here. This number, it is stored into, if you go to examine, it will give you here. That is segment one. Segment one will give you always requisition number. So the column name is what it is? Segment one. I'm just preparing a select statement here itself. Select or toad, we'll go to toad better. We can execute also, right? Select from where. Order by, group by, these are all based on the calculations it will come. So first here, you need to take a from clause here, okay? Or select clause, whatever. From is where exactly your table. Your column name is available into which table? So your column name is this one. Table name here is record history. You can go. So this is a table. PO requisition headers. Okay, go to from class. We have to use always all. All will give you all records from all operating units. So all is really required. Now column name is what it is. Column name. If you don't know the column name, you can go to diagnostics and then examine here. So the column name is segment 1. That's it. What is alias? Alias means another name of a column name. So which one you wanted? Another name is what it is. It is a number. But what number it is? The number is what it is. It's a yes. So alias name is what is now? Requisition number. That's it. Now this requisition number, if you know already, you can put a restriction also like this. The requisition number is 14637. Control enter. You can see. Now what else you wanted? You wanted status. Status and approver name. Status you can see into a table here. If you go to help and record history, it may not give you. If you are not able to get this record history, we can go to diagnostics, examine. There is a system last query we have to give here. Tab. Okay. Now you can see a table name, that is PO action history. Okay. This is the table name. And check second table. Here also alias name is required. Table alias, column alias, everywhere you have to take it here. Simply you can take H also. H means header. Or else you can take here P after underscore whatever it's appearing. So tell me. Right, simply PRH. Okay. Comma. The second one. What could be the alias name for this? PAH. So you can take your own also, but people are habituated to take like this. So you need to go with this only. So understanding will be easy here. Okay. Now we don't know the join between these two. Correct. So if you just simply execute like this, you got many records. So 6 lakhs records are there. Okay. This is called as a cross product because we have not included a join between these two. Proper joins already ready made here. To identify the joins, as I said, like we need to go with the ETRM only. Okay. ETRM dot live. With which table you wanted to find out a join? PO. Right. Requisition. Headers all. Headers. This is a table. Click on this. So morning, how I told you here is, I went to this version, then after that FND dictionary, after that searching module, these are all time based. Okay. Straight away we can enter a table name. Okay. Now here is the place. What is the target table you are identifying? That is PO action history. Now you can see the join here. From PO action history, object ID. Object ID from PO action history, that is equivalent to the primary key of this particular table. What is the primary key of this table? Let's just go up. Primary key, what is here? Right, requisition header ID. So requisition header ID is equivalent to what it is? Join object ID. Here also it is there already. If you look at the query, object ID is there here. Okay, object type ID. Then your PO agents, that is for all the employees. The query is already there here, but still there is a facility to identify the joins, that is ETR. These two are different procedures actually to identify. Now, what should I give a join here between these two? Tell me. I'll type it. PRHA dot, what is the primary key? Requisition. Right, perfect. Then after that, PAH dot object ID. Is that clear? Now, if you execute it, you will get only one record or two records. Why two records means? So there are two records in this. One record is for submit, other record is for reject here. Reject condition we don't know. F4. Is there any status column? You have to check here. I have pressed F4 here to describe it. Status. Action code. Action code will give you. If you don't know, just put comma here. If you double click automatically, it will be copied to the editor here. See, like that. So no need to type also. Control enter is rejected. If I wanted only rejected equation, what I should do? Just simply put a condition here and is equivalent to what is the value? Reject. I'm just adding one condition here, nothing else. What else pending in this? Approver. Approver, who is he actually? Is an employee. Employee information is stored into for all people F. I'll show you that. Go to, in the morning also we have seen, last class, human resource enterprises, people enter and maintain. This is an employee information. Like we can find out every other information here. They, their birth date, their gender, everything you can see in this. Okay. Now we don't know the table behind this. To know the table on any form, the only option here is record history. So they're saying it is a table, but it's not a table. It's a view here. Take the view. Describe F4. Then after that, script here. And here is the place. You can go to again from class. So don't worry about all this. There are so many lines. Okay, no confusion. Straight away you can go to from class. Again check here for all people F4 script here. We can create a view on another view. The final table here is what it is. Final table is, this is the final table. For all people F. See, firstly, they created a view on this particular table. Now, on this view, they create another view. Like that, we can see. Okay, view we can create on a table or on another view also. But wherever employee is required, we have to use one single table, that is for all people F. And for all people F, primary key is person ID. Here only they gave, or anyway, ETRM you can go. Okay, electronic technical reference manual. Now another table I am adding, that is for all people F. This is HRMS module table. Alias name, PAPF. What is the primary key of this particular table? Every person one ID is there. For header table, header ID. For person table, person ID. Just ID column will be there. PAPF dot person ID is there. Is equivalent to then PAH dot employee ID. That's it. This is a join. So from where I'm typing here is, if you press dot here and leave it for 2 3 seconds, it will list out all the columns inside of this particular table. So these are all good facility actually for us to avoid spelling mistakes. Otherwise, we have to type it, correct? Employee ID. I'm not doing anything, just simply press dot. This is the query. But we wanted employee name, right? Employee name is stored into a column that is full name. Full name. Check here. Full name. First name, last name, full name, we can take it. Here is a place, full name. That's it. What is alias name? We have to put it here. Approver. Whatever they ask, just simply. So this is the query. Only 3 tables. No much confusion. Just add one by one and make sure what is a join. Initially, it will take very much time. Then after that, you can type it. So once you practice 2 3 times, you can type it like this. No need to go anywhere. No ETRM, nothing. Straight away, you can type it here. Your requisition, header solve, BRHA. Then after that, for all people have like that, you can type it. So practice. Initially, it may take time. Still, if you are lazy, then ChatGPT is also there. You can go and take it. In the office, we'll take like that only. So try to use ChatGPT now onwards. Oracle apps, requisitions, rejected requisitions query. Directly it will give you. You can take this also in the company. Okay. So do you see here? PO requisition headers all. It is taking from authorization status from headers only directly. But we have to use here another table, correct? That's PO action history table. It's giving. Join condition correct or not, you have to verify. Correct? Object ID, then requisition header ID. Join between these two. So this also you can use it, nothing to worry. But in the practice, then you need to do without ChatGPT. Okay. So shall we see again all this? Okay. Requisition first we'll reject it. Then after that I'll tell you how to prepare a query. So Vinesh, where to go? Go to purchasing module. Then after that, requisitions. Requisitions. It's a revision kind of thing, right? Since morning we created 4 5 times. Make sure it should not cross beyond 25,000. I'll tell you what is that approval limit after this. Because of that limit only, it is saying in process. Save. Now it will be approved because it is below $25,000. Where we can see that summary. Fine. Approved. How to do a rejected requisition? Same story. First, create a requisition. Save. Then approve. Go to summary. It is in process. So how to find out it is stuck with whom? We can go to action history. Same. So we already logged in. If you look at here, this refresh it. This one. They are rejecting our requisition. So click on reject. So once requisition is rejected, it will not appear immediately. You need to do requery. Requery means simply just opening again, rejected. This rejected requisitions to identify, you will not see a record history in this. Go to action history. You cannot see a record history. If record history is not available, what is another option? Yeah, go to, you can say system last query, okay? Examine. You have to say this system last query. That's it. And here is the place one view will be there, view. A table also fine, view action history, okay? Now, the primary key you need to remember here itself, that is object ID. And how many tables we have to combine? One is employee table, requisition table, and one more is action table. Three tables overall. Okay. The three tables query I already made. So this query, how much time it will take to prepare or to type it? Not even 2 minutes, right? Same way. You need to practice 4 5 times. You practice it. Speed is required. Anyone can do this by remembering like this header ID, this action ID, this object ID. No, you have to type it very quickly. So you need to practice with the proper timers or whatever. Based on the speed only, they will come to know you are an experienced guy. Now we are talking about here limit, right? Limit where can you see is Control L, list of values, then group. Here is the place. Approval groups is the navigation here. Click on this. Okay. For executive, this is a limitation here. Or for manager, you can approve up to $25,000. If he's a vice president, he can approve anything. If he's a buyer, he can approve till only $50,000. If it is beyond that, then definitely it will be forwarded to other manager. So this is the approval limit they gave here. See, it's a navigation. If you wanted to know where exactly the approval limit is, as usually, you can go this table. PO control groups is a table. It will have a approval limit. This anyway, internally functional people will set up. You don't need to worry about it. So in this class, we talked about only 2 points. One is requisition, rejected requisitions. The second one is what it is, approval limit. Approval limit table name is what it is, PO. This one, PO control groups, is it? That's it. Now, next third step here is in the cycle. We have 10 steps approximately, but right now we are still with the third step only. Once requisition is approved, we have to create a PO here, purchase order. Who will create a purchase order here is buyer. Buyer we already mentioned in the morning, correct? What is a buyer? Buyer is what? It's a role, right? Buyer is a role. Only buyer only can buy the goods. Every buyer must be registered over here. That is buyer work center. In the morning, I created one employee. That employee cannot buy the goods. Okay, that employee must be mentioned in this buyer work center. Anyway, we will create already. It's there. So this is where we can create a manually. But instead of creating manually, there is one option here, auto create. So auto create, what it will do is it will copy the requisition details and it will create the purchase order number automatically. So click on this. Make sure these two should not be there here, buyer name and ship to. both should not be there here. Click on clear. There is no data at all. Clearing, you should not forget. Remember this. So once we clear all this, what is the approved requisition? Rejected requisition and all, you should not take. See, that's why there is an option here. Approved requisition, not approved requisition. What is your requisition approved? Probably 516435. Just will see. If you just press tab, it will give you, yeah, 36 is approved. Only it is showing approved requisitions. Select this. Fine. Now we have 4 types of PO here. Okay. Here, standard PO, only one time or 2 times will purchase the goods. But repetitively, if it is required, let's say every first month I'll purchase 10 laptops every month. So at that time, that is a planned PO. It's planned. Planned means predefined schedules. And blanket means here we'll make an agreement for 2-3 years or for certain duration, maybe months also. Whenever we want it, they will release it. That's called as a blanket. One more is not mentioned here. That contract will let you know that. Standard, automatic. From which supplier you are purchasing? This is important here. Okay. So supplier must be mentioned here. Supplier site. Create. It's creating automatically PO. It's created PO. So that PO information is stored into record history, PO headers table, then line table, PO lines. There is one more shipment table, that is PO line locations. It is PO line locations, and another distribution here. So that is PO distribution. So overall 4 tables here. So I wanted to hear from you. What are the tables for PO? PO means purchase order. How many types of purchase orders? Standard, plan, blanket, contract. These are all the types of POs. And tables, PO, all is required because these are all, some modules doesn't have that. I'll tell you the reason whenever it comes. PO lines are, one more, right, line locations. Finally, now you should know here how to join this requisition table and PO tables. So this joining is really required because I wanted to display here requisition number and PO number, only numbers. So your PO is created on which requisition? How to identify? The join they made here is at distribution level only. Here is the place. There's a requisition 16436 is a requisition number, and the PO number is here 6828. Correct? So to display 6828 and 16436, we have to combine the tables here at distribution level. So I'll just show you the join at ETRM. Which table we are searching? PO distributions all. At distribution level only they made a join. These are all predefined joins. Check at distribution level. PO REQ distributions. Check what is the join here. That is REQ distribution ID. Rec distribution ID or REQ distribution ID. And the primary key of this table, that is distribution. And numbers are stored into header table, right? Header tables. Your header table is what? Like PO headers all. This is the number. PO number is requisition number is segment one, PO number is segment one, item number is segment one, like that only it is. So we have to combine 4 tables in it. Okay. Initially, we will make a join at distribution level. This query I'm removing, I'll give you in the notes. So what we are checking here is now, we are checking here link between requisition and PO. I have created a PO number based on existing. I know that number. But in the organization, there will be thousands of requisitions created and thousands of POs created. So how to identify? Query is required. That query will give you from database here. Okay. So requisition number is stored into which column? Correct. Segment one. Right. You are right. Segment one. And here also PO number is segment one. But table is different. Table is what it is, PO header solve. And here table is header solve. Correct. Now there is no straightaway join established between these 2 tables. They made a join at distribution level. So I have to add one more table here, that is PO distribution solve. And here also I have to add one more table, that is PO REQ distribution solve. And here there is no straight join between headers and distribution. Lines also required. That line table is here PO requisition line solve. So to prepare a query, 5 tables I have to attach here. 3 tables from requisition and 2 tables from PO. So let's make a join here. I'm removing this. So firstly, we have to make distribution level only. Otherwise, there will be a performance impact. So now PO REQ distribution solve. Then alias name is PRDA PO distribution solve. Join condition between these two, I told you just before in ETRM, correct? Join condition is what it is? REQ distribution ID. REQ distribution ID, remember this, don't get confused. REQ distribution ID from PO REQ PO distribution solve, that is equivalent to primary key of this particular table, that is distribution ID. You have to tell me the join now. Whatever you say, I'll type it. Correct. PRDA dot perfect. See, it is not listing out. The reason is somewhere I typed wrongly this table. Spelling mistake is there. That's why it is not showing. Column name distribution ID is equivalent to PDA dot rec distribution, yeah, REQ distribution ID, whatever. Is that clear till now? So if you don't take this join first, performance wise, if there are larger number of records, it will take a lot of time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour also. That's why while joining the tables, you have to be careful. Order is important. So after distribution, next is lines. The next is headers. Here in this form, we have seen header line distribution, but here it's a reverse way in the query. Okay. Now which table I need to add here? Line level. PO requisition line solve. Join condition. Primary key of this table. Usually see if you press F4, whatever it show in the first, that's a primary key. Almost. What is the primary key here? So in the first itself it is showing. And in the same way, foreign key. Primary key, foreign key. There is no much confusion here. PRDA dot same. That is requisition line ID. Some people are putting here header ID and line ID. No, you have to be careful while preparing a query. Is that okay? Now here columns, header level. Header level is required, correct? So I'm adding here one more table, that is PO requisition header solve. Join condition. Right. Requisition header ID. See, in the company, you can copy paste also, no one will object you. But you should learn how to do that, how to prepare a query. Here, HA dot segment 1 is the requisition number. We wanted a PO number also. So for that PO table, right. Join condition is primary key of this table. Just press F4, you will get to know. Okay, PO header ID. And here, do you have a PO header ID in it? It's there. Okay, now tell me the join. PHA dot correct primary key, then PDA dot PO header ID. See, distribution table is joined with every other table, header table, line table, distribution, line location ID kind of thing. PHA dot your PO number. What's your PO number? 6828. If you give as an input, it has to give a requisition number here. If it is giving wrongly, then we have to check the join. Invalid statement. Check what went wrong. Yeah, okay. This is where it's not showing. Yeah, you have to make sure PHA word ready. See, here we made wrongly, correct? It's not correct, right? We made wrongly here. Then requisition header ID. Yes. It's a wrong join. That's it. Now it is showing. 6828 is a PO which is created based on 16436. So do you see whether that is right or not? Where can you see? Go to shipments, distributions, more tab. There we can see. Now, if you don't have this form also, in the back end, we can easily identify. This is called as a back end, okay? And this is the front end. Front end application and back end. Both are tightly integrated here. You should work on both. So many people are simply creating requisition, they're feeling happy. No, you need to prepare this query. This is your work actually. So it is properly aligned at C. Control A, Shift Control F. Shift Control F for formatting. So it is properly aligned. Select columns, where columns, everything is properly aligned. And if you wanted to describe anything, F4 we can use. And to execute this query, what is the command we have to use? Control Enter. Overall 3 commands. What are they? Control Enter, then F4, then after that Shift Control F. Application shortcuts are different. I already gave. And these are all toad shortcuts. So I have an interview now. Okay. We'll stop at this moment. Do you have any questions? Before closing, how many points we discussed till now in the last 1 hour? One is how to approve a requisition. After approval, the table is what it is. PO action history. Your approver names and all stored into Paral people F. We created a PO through one option. Do you remember that option name? Auto create. You want to see auto create where it is? You can see here only. Here is the place, auto create. Purpose of auto create is you no need to enter manually like how you entered in the requisition. Simply we can copy and we'll create a PO. So there are 4 types of POs we discussed. We'll have a detailed explanation on this, okay? But today, just before I selected only standard. Planned procedure is different, blanket procedure is different. All are different procedures, okay? Then after creating a PO, the tables are 4. What are they? Headers, lines, line location, distribution. At requisition level, only 3 levels, but here it is 4 levels. So how to know the PO which is created on which requisition? Then you need to combine all the tables just before we have seen. You no need to say in the interview all the tables. The major join you have to say. The major join is this one. Only this will be your answer. Yellow color. Okay. You have to answer like from PO distribution solve requisition distribution ID. From PO requisition distribution solve distribution ID. You don't need to say all this select class, from class, where class. No, not required. So only straightforward answer. This is the join. The question will be what it is. Join between requisition and PO, not distribution, PO. So till now, how many points completed in P2P cycle? Only 3. Requisition, requisition approval, another one is PO. PO through auto create. So you have to finish till 5:30, 6 o'clock. Is that okay with you? Spend time here, okay? Because again, I'm going to take some more topics tomorrow morning. That's why you will not get time if you go home. So till 6 must be here only. Guys, online, do you have any questions? I'm closing the session. Online, you are not asking anything. Subraidu. Nikita. Paul, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any
Yes, sir.
doubts, Paul? This is the second class actually today itself.
Yes, yes, I have attended in the morning also.
Okay. You please practice. So whoever attending online, you please ping me. I'll make a separate group for you. We'll have a combined study. Okay.
Yeah, sure.